Creating a simple PLC program using Siemens TIA. Simple bit logic operations. Normally open input and normally open output. These are the two ladder logic symbols we will be using. Normally open input and a normally open output. This is the main programming screen of the Siemens TIA package. You can see a blank ladder logic program in the centre. Over to the right, we have drop-down lists of instructions. Commonly used instructions are displayed in favourites. Open up basic instructions. Click and drag a normally open contact over to the left of the first ladder. This will act as an input to our simple circuit. By clicking on the red question marks, we can specify which PLC input we are going to use. Here we type I0.0. This means we are using the first input on the PLC. I0.1 would be the second, I0.2 would be the third, and so on. We can then click and drag a normally open output to the right-hand side of the ladder, as shown. Click on the red question marks and enter Q0.0. This means we want the first digital output to be driven by this circuit. Q0.1 would be the second output, Q0.2 would be the third, and so on. We can now download this simple program to the PLC. These buttons allow us to start and stop the PLC. The PLC must be stopped before a program is sent to it. Stop the program and follow the prompts. This button downloads the program to the PLC. Click this icon and download. Follow the prompts, then click the Start button. After a short pause, the PLC will signal it is in run mode. We can enter monitoring mode on TIA by using this icon. This will show the inputs and outputs changing in real time. Without switching input 0, you can see that the left-hand part of the rung lights up green. This means that the logic signal, or electrical current, cannot pass the switch. If we now toggle the switch on input 0, logic or current can now pass the switch. And because the output is a normally open output, if it sees a logical 1 or the presence of current on its input, it will switch on. We can toggle the input switch to see the effects in real time. Look at the inputs and outputs and you will see that output 0 will follow the state of input 0. Look at the inputs and outputs on the front of the PLC and you will see that output 0 will follow the state of input 0. Look at the inputs and outputs on the front of the PLC and you will see that input 0 will follow the state of input 0. We can toggle the first input and watch the behaviour of the output. Here the input 0 is off and output 0 is also off. Input 0 off minus output 0 off.